Hi YouTube. In this tutorial, I'll show you guys how to create a simple ARP scanner in Python. So this will probably be a 5 to 6 part series. By the end of this series, you will get the full script. So I will quickly explain what this script will do. So this script will first, you will pass it your IP address, your interface, network interface name, which in my case, it will probably be ETH0. So it will find the IP address of the interface. Once it found the IP address and the subnet mask, then it will send ARP requests, and by sending those ARP requests, it will discover all the hosts in the network that respond to these ARP requests. So it will show you the IP address of the host and their corresponding MAC addresses. This will be our script. This will be the end product. So for the first part in here, the first thing that we have to do is we have to import Scapy. Now, Scapy is a powerful library for network packet manipulation. It lets us interact with different network protocols directly from our Python code. Now, if you want more information about this, you can go to its documentation. The first thing we have to do is we have to import it. So from import from scapy.all import, you will import everything. This will be faster this way. So once we do that, the first thing we have to do is we have to create the ARP request packet. So let's say ARP request. Once we do that, let's create the packet. So it will take a destination. For the destination, I will type the IP address, which for me, for a target that we will be doing for this practice, it will be 187. Sorry. So this in here, ARP, this is the ARP request. This creates the ARP layer, the ARP packet. It takes different arguments. For now being, we'll just give it the IP address, which in this, for our example, it will be the IP address of a host connected to my network. It's 192.168.1.187. The next thing we have to do is we have to create the Ethernet frame. So the Ethernet frame is used to deliver the ARP request to every device on the local network. So for that, let's quickly create that. Its destination, the Ethernet frame's destination, will be the broadcast address, which for us, it will be FFFFF in here. So what it will do is it will send this request, this ARP request, to all the hosts or nodes on the network. It will send it to all the networks, to all the hosts in the network, and the one that has the IP address of 192.168.1.187, it will respond back to us. Next, what we have to do is we have to combine these two layers. Now this is what will be sent to the entire network. So let's quickly create this. ARP broadcast request is equal to, we create first, we will type in the broadcast in here. Then we this is the broadcast, this is the Ethernet frame. We will follow it with the ARP request. Again, if you have any question about ARPs or this Ethernet frame, just type your question in the comment section and I will try to answer it. ARP request. So now that the packet is formed, our next goal is to send the packet. So we will send it using another function from Scapy. The function is SRP. So let's quickly create that. So we will call it answered list, and this SRP function will send our packet, our Ethernet packet or Ethernet frame to the network. So the first argument that this will take is the broadcast request, which in this case is in here. It's ARP broadcast request. This is the first argument. After the first argument, then we will specify the timeout. The timeout, what it means is it will wait for how many seconds do you want it to wait before it moves on. So for us, it will be 1 second. We will use a timeout of 1 second. It means that it will wait for 1 second before moving on. Then we have to specify the verbosity. For us, we don't want the output to be very verbose, so we'll just type in false. We don't want it to be verbose. Now this will send us two things. So let me just quickly type this. So the first list is a list of successfully answered packets. So if you type a 0 here, you will get a list of the packets that were successfully answered. But if we type in 1, then it will send us a list of packets that were not successful. But we want the successful ones, so for that we want the first list. Then we have to loop through that list. So we will go sent and received and answered list. So in here we will say show us the sent packets and also show us the received packets. So in here it will loop through the list. In here it will show us the packet that we sent and the packet that we receive from this host in here, if this host exists on the network. So let's go to the terminal. In here, this is our script. So if we say Python 01, we run it. It says operation is not permitted. So we have to run it with sudo level privileges. Once we do that, okay. I hope you guys can see this. So in here, you can see that the first thing we did was we specified the ARP packet and also the Ethernet frame. So this is the first one is our ARP. This is our ARP packet, and the second one is the Ethernet frame. So let's start with the ARP. In the ARP, we only specified the destination, which is 192.168.1.187. So this is the first packet, the first one that is sent. In here we can see this, the sent one. It's printing the sent. So we see the IP address. So this is the PDSD. You can see this in here also, PDSD. So we only defined the PDSD. It is the destination. The destination is 192.168.1.187. The source, PSRC, it is the source. It's my IP address. It's 192.168.1.192. This is the IP address of my computer, my host. This is my MAC address, HW source. It's the hardware MAC address. Now this is important here. If you look at this OP, it says who has. So this ARP packet, it tries to discover hosts, which in this case we are trying to discover the host 192.168.1.187. So the ARP, the type of the ARP request is a who has this IP address. Then let's move to the Ethernet frame. The type of the Ethernet frame, that it takes an ARP packet. It again, you can see that it specifies our MAC address, which in this case they are both the same. This is my MAC address, and then this is the destination, which we can see. This is the broadcast Ethernet frame, which is FF. It sends it to all devices in the local network. Now this is what we sent. So what we receive. So again, what's received? Let's look at the ARP first. So in here we can see that the first one was we were first printing the sent, and this is the received one that we received. This port, second port, is the one that we received. So in here we can see that this time the source, this is the source in here, 192.168.1.187. So this is the host that you're trying to discover. It has responded to us. This is its MAC address. So it has sent, this time, you see, last time the PDSD, the destination was 192.168.1.187. This is what you're trying to discover. So this time, the destination is 192.168.1.192. This is our IP address. This in here, p source, this in here it shows it at 192.168.1.192. In here it's the source because we were sending this Ethernet frame. So the one that we have received, the ARP packet, this time it's reversed. The destination 192.168.1.192, and the source is this, and this is my MAC address, this 78. In here you can see that it's the source. Now the important part, it's the OP. The OP here is at, you can see it here. So the last time we checked the packet, the ARP packet, the ARP request that we sent, it had the OP of who has. The response that we have received, the OP, it is at. So our request was who has this IP address of 192.168.187. What we have received, it's 192.168.187 is at. So this is the network. It gives us the IP address and the MAC address. Who has, it's what we have sent, is at, is what we have received. So we said who has 192.168.1.187. This is what we were trying to find. This is at response that says that this is this IP address is with corresponding to this MAC address. So this is it for this tutorial, guys. In the next tutorial, I will bring further improvements in this script, and this will probably be a 5 to 6 part series. And if you liked it, please do like and share it. And if you want more tutorials, please leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.